Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Thanks for that beautiful introduction. My name is Alessio. I represent the Florida Trust for Historic Preservation and, of course, the Florida State University. Just wanted to share a few words about this journey to get the Blanchard House preserved and get us all here today to celebrate this momentous occasion. So, it is with profound honor, deep gratitude, and above all, a blessing that I stand before you today, not just as a preservationist, but as a steward of stories, as someone entrusted with the sacred task of remembering. Today, on this celebration of Emancipation Day in Florida, we celebrate more than just a freedom from physical chains. We celebrate the power of memory, the endurance of culture, and the restoration of truth. And what better place to honor that legacy than right here at the Blanchard House Museum, a house that, much like the history it represents, has withstood storms, both literal and symbolic. This house was once the home of Joseph Blanchard, an African-American sea captain and successful businessman and entrepreneur here in Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, in the late 19th, early 20th centuries. His story defies the narrative so often told about African-American history, the ancestors of Dr. Gorda, and what they all were capable of. And yet, this house almost slipped away. Like so many untold stories, it risked being erased by time, but we all remembered. We fought, we filed, we advocated, and we got the Blanchard House named to Florida's 11 Estate, the annual listing of the 11 most endangered, at-risk historic resources across all 67 counties of this state. Because we knew that to save this place was to save a piece of history, a piece of ourselves, a piece of this nation. As we're reminded in Scripture, be careful that you do not forget the Lord, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of chains. We are commanded not only to remember ours and the nation's deliverance, but to preserve the markers of that journey, to preserve the stones of memory. This museum isn't just a building, it is a living archive. Every photo, every exhibit, every worn floorboard tells a story of resistance, brilliance, and above all, grace. The role of African American History Museum, especially one in the South, and especially one in Florida, is not just to look back, it is to speak forward. It exists so as in Psalms 78, the next generation would know, and they in turn would tell their children. It is this intergenerational memory that sustains us. It is why we gather today not in mourning, but in movement. A movement toward full dignity, full justice, and full truth. The struggle for African American freedom in America has always been both political and spiritual. Ancestors sang freedom into existence. They believed in a God who, like in Exodus 3, saw the misery of his people and came down to rescue them. They built churches before they could build homes. They built schools before they could vote. And in the face of everything, they built a legacy that we all now inherit. Today, the doors of the Blanchard House Museum swing open once again, not just for us to see what was, but to declare what will be. We've seen this museum weather hurricanes, hardship. We've seen the plaster crack, the roof bow, the lights go out. But as a community, we said, not on our watch. To quote Amos 5:24, let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Let that justice roll through these halls. Let the voice of the elders echo through these walls. Let school children walk these exhibits and know that they come from greatness. So today, we reopen the Blanchard House Museum as more than just a museum. We reopen it as an altar, a classroom, a battleground for truth, a victory monument. And I thank each and every one of you, community members, partners, donors, fighters, who stood in the gap. You didn't just preserve a building, you preserved a people's pride, a nation's pride. And so I say in the words of Scripture, it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then and do not let yourselves be burdened again. Let us stand firm in memory. Let us stand firm in joy. Let us stand firm in this house, the house that history built, the house we all saved together. Happy Emancipation Day, and welcome home.
That was a beautiful speech, and I am going to ask you to record it, so we'll have it here at the Blanchard House. So when people come in, they can hear it. We will record this speech, so when you come to visit, you want to hear it, it will be here. Now, sir, Reverend Mike, we have something special for him. It's a service award presented to Alessio Luna in grateful appreciation of your dedication as a 11 to Save ambassador for the Florida Trust for Historic Preservation and overseeing the preservation and promotion of our local history and culture, presented to you by the Blanchard House Museum of African American History and Culture on this day, May 17th, 2025, celebrating Florida's May 20th Emancipation Proclamation. Just